3 coins, 6 throws, 4,096 possible combinations. For over 3,000 years, this simple method has guided emperors, philosophers, and millions of people through life's most difficult decisions. Today, you'll learn not just how to cast I Ching hexagrams, but why this system works, the mechanism, also principles behind it, and true interpreting guidance with precision only few will ever achieve in their life. By the end of this video, you'll understand the complete process, from the philosophy that makes it work to the advanced techniques that separate beginners from masters. What is the Book of Changes? It is a book about transformation. This book teaches us there is only one thing that does not change. It is change itself. When the sun is at its highest stage, it is about to lose light and start to set in the west. 4 seasons follow each other continuously. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Cycles form and fall apart. One civilization is destroyed, another emerges. Some change only lasts for a few days. Some need centuries. Another common words for the Book of Changes is I Ching or I Ching. This is how it is written in traditional Chinese and simplified Chinese. Qing or Jing means chameleon. This reptile creature reflects the external environment, indicating the changes in life. The old Chinese idiom, change like the chameleon's skin, says it all. The more you understand I Ching, the less you will blame everything on chance or luck. Once you see the world through the law of changes, you will be able to turn disadvantages to your advantages regardless of the situation you're in, and start seizing opportunities. Not a single I Ching guide would be completed if we don't study about its history. It is believed that there are 3 great books that have great effect on mankind: the Bible for Catholics, the Quran for Muslims, and I Ching for Orientals. I Ching came before the Bible, then came the Quran. Obviously, this is the oldest book in China. Many authors are mentioned, from Fu Xi, Shen Nong, King Wen, and finally, Confucius. I have videos about Fu Xi and Shen Nong already. You can watch them later. For Confucius, the I Ching was a glorious path that helped us better understand life, and thereby thoroughly grasp the correlation between the hidden forces in the universe. The Jesuits, aided by the philosopher Leibniz, were the first to introduce some passages of the I Ching to the West. However, it was not until 1924 that a German Protestant missionary, Richard Wilhelm, who had lived in China for many years, truly helped Westerners understand the I Ching. In addition, the psychoanalyst Carl Jung was also an enthusiastic supporter of the popularization of the I Ching in the West. Carl Jung praised Wilhelm's translation because, thanks to it, for the first time, the depths of the East were introduced to the West in a straightforward and understandable way. Like the Chinese, they believed that the main human effort was to fight to limit chance. You can also call them luck or randomness. And they made a striking conclusion: observing chance may be more important than causality. Most Westerners, while enjoying their comfortable lives which the West pioneer has granted to them, have forgotten about chance in life. Louis Pauwels, a French journalist and writer, believes that spending a little money on the study of the I Ching can help develop an understanding of many interesting things. The fish is caught in a net, people catch the fish, and then forget the net. The deer is caught in a trap, people catch the deer and forget the trap. The Orientals like to compare it like that. We need to understand the I Ching as a net for a school of fish, a trap for a herd of deer, or in other words, it is a means to seize the right opportunity at the right time. The I Ching isn't fortune-telling, it's pattern recognition, based on the principle that everything in the universe follows predictable cycles of change. At its core are 2 forces: yang, active, creative, expanding energy, represented by solid lines, and yin, receptive, nurturing, contracting energy, represented by broken lines. These combine into 8 trigrams or bagua, the building blocks of the system. Each represents a fundamental force in nature and human experience. This is also called bagua family. By understanding each member in this family, you are moving a step further on your I Ching study. The father is Chen hexagram, symbolizes heaven that has pure yang energy. The mother is Kun hexagram, symbolizes earth has pure yin properties. They have 3 sons and 3 daughters. The eldest son is Jin hexagram, symbolizes thunder. Next is middle son, Han, symbolizes water. The youngest son is Gang, which is mountain. The eldest daughter is Sun hexagram, symbolizes wind. The middle daughter is Li of fire. And the last daughter is Dei, which means lake, pond, or swamp. When you stack 2 trigrams, you create a hexagram, a 6-line symbol representing a complete situation. Each hexagram brings a unique situation and lessons behind it. Before we jump into casting process, I believe we need to learn about the basics first. Here's where most tutorials get it wrong. They tell you heads equals 3, tails equals 2, but they don't explain why these specific numbers matter. With 3 coins, you can get 4 possible totals, 6, 7, 8, or 9. But here's the crucial part. They don't occur with equal probability. Total 6, 3 tails, 1 in 8 chance, 12.5%. Total 7, 2 tails, 1 head, 3 in 8 chance, 37.5%. Total 8, 2 heads, 1 tail, 3 in 8 chance, 37.5%. And total 9, 3 heads, 1 in 8 chance, 12.5%. This creates 4 types of lines while casting. 6. Old yin, broken line that changes to solid. 7. Young yang, solid line that doesn't change. 8. Young yin, broken line that doesn't change. And lastly, 9. Old yang, solid line that changes to broken. The changing lines total 6 and total 9 are crucial. They represent maximum yin or yang energy that's about to flip to its opposite. This is where the real insight comes from. One more important thing is how to formulate your question properly, because asking the right question equals having half of the problem solved. So how to ask the right questions? You need to be as clear as possible. Avoid ambiguous questions that could be understood in 2 ways. Keep questions short and write them down on paper. Here are some examples. Is now a good time to proceed my plan? Do I need to persist in this direction? Should I go or should I wait? In my current situation, what does the I Ching advise me? To advance in my career, what does the I Ching advise me? Will I meet the girlfriend or boyfriend in the next 6 months? I will put some more examples right here. You can capture the screen and use it later. In general, we need to distinguish 4 types of questions. The first type is related to couple life. For example, how will the relationship develop and progress? The second type is related to business and investing. For example, is it a good time to buy or sell that land? The third type is related to travel and transportation. And the last type is related to health. Remember, I Ching is used for spiritual guidance. You must go to hospital or doctors for your health safety. Some guide will lecture you not to ask yes-no questions, because when you do so, your mind could be framed to a specific case. I'm not against that, but I also not encourage it neither, because different people have different ways to ask, also different priorities too. We now could move to the key part of today's video, casting I Ching coins process. My chosen question for today casting is, what do I need to do to improve my YouTube career? For complete casting process, I will need 3 identical coins. I normally use American quarters and they work like a charm. Next, I will hold the coins in the palm of my 2 hands. Focus on my question for 15 to 30 seconds. This isn't mystical, it's psychological preparation, ensuring my unconscious mind is engaged with the problem. I then throw all 3 coins simultaneously and count them carefully. Each head equals 3 points. Each tail equals 2 points. Finally, I will add the total. Let's say I get tail, head, tail. That's 2 plus 3 plus 2 equals 7. 7 is odd, so I draw a solid line that doesn't change. As we know from the basics, this is yin-yang. Here is the critical point. Always draw a hexagram from bottom to top. The first row becomes line 1 or the bottom line. The sixth throw becomes line 6, the top line. I continue this for 5 more throws. Here is my result. You can notice that old yang, which is number 9, is marked with a circle in the middle of the solid line. Old yin, which is number 6, is marked with a cross in the middle of the broken line. These changing lines means that not only I get a current hexagram, I also get a secondary hexagram, showing how the situation will evolve. For now, let's examine this current hexagram first. To know which hexagram we have, we need to recognize the upper and lower trigrams. Let's break down our example. The lower trigram, lines 1, 2, 3, are solid, broken, solid, so it is Li, fire. The upper trigram, lines 4, 5, 6, are solid, solid, broken, so it is day or lake. Remember, we cast and write I Ching from bottom up, but when we identify or read it, we have to do top down. My hexagram has lake above, fire below. It is hexagram 49, ko or revolution. Now, the changing lines. Line 3, old yang, becomes yin. Line 6, old yin, becomes yang, creating the future hexagram like this. The new hexagram is heaven above, thunder below, equals hexagram 25, wu wang or innocence. Now we come to the hardest yet most exciting part, interpreting. Everyone can cast coins and identify them, but not all of them will achieve master levels like Zhuge Liang, because it may take months if not years to learn this skill. Here are the levels of interpreting I Ching from my own experience. The higher you can climb, the better the more accurate your interpreting answer will be. For this video's sake, I will guide you the basic interpreting from level 1 to 3 that you can apply immediately. And I hope this will help you making correct decisions in your own life with a more statistic approach. First level, look at your present hexagram. For example, I have hexagram 49 revolution with line 3 and 6 changing. The first thing I will do is reading about this hexagram first, the relate to my situation. Since my question is about career, I will carefully look at this section from the Book of Changes, and I quoted, "The situation has sudden change, and it is what is waiting for you. It is really dangerous if you don't know about this and resist changes. The power of creation will help you solve problems. You will succeed only when you make detailed plans." End quote. Wow, this has some amazing insight for me, because I just left 9-to-5 job few months ago and start making YouTube video again after a long time letting it alone. Guess I need to make my upcoming videos with more revolution and creations. So, I already get basic meaning from current hexagram. Second level, I will check the changing line meanings. Hexagram 49, line 3 changing, saying that lacking of consistency, haste, hesitation, gullible are bad things. Don't change in haste. Impatient will lead to failure. It is clear that if these things are not treated well, they will be barriers to my career journey. Let's read what line 6 changing write. Exterior changing is not enough. Patience brings luck. So patience appears many times in the explanations I receive. I suppose that I needs lots of this thing to get my stuff moving smoothly. Now to the third level, I will read my future hexagram, that is hexagram 25, wu wang or innocence. Here is what it says. Don't venture into unclear business. Do what is suitable for yourself and wait. The innocence will trick you, and caution is your lodestar. Don't keep score. You have already has your asset, that is innocence, integrity. Don't be greedy. I believe these advices will be the ones I need in the future of making YouTube video. If you make it this far, I think you're really serious about applying I Ching to your own life. So here are advanced tips and common mistakes of beginners that I wish someone on YouTube could give me when I first learned to cast I Ching coins. I always keeps a journal recording my question, my casting results, and interpretation, with date on it. So when the event happens, I could easily trace it back, connect the dots, and find out why I Ching gave me that answer at that time. I Ching has amazing answers when looking back. And if you did not get it at time, don't be discouraged. I was there too. It is a part of learning journey. Next, I would take you to level 4 interpreting, that is writing supporting hexagram. The changing lines contain the most specific guidance for your situation. Most people on internet who teach I Ching casting only say about the current and future hexagram. But the professionals will examine this third hexagram. I will continue with my example above. My current hexagram is 49, Ko, or revolution, and my future hexagram 25, Wu Wang, or innocence. There is a hidden bridge between these two. Here is how to draw it. You start with current hexagram, eliminate line number 1 and number 6. Now there is only 4 lines left. I will take the first 3 lines from the bottom up to form a new trigram, so we have wind or zhen. Then I will do the same with the first 3 lines from top down, put it here, and we have heaven or Qian. Put these two together. Now we have heaven above, wind below, which is hexagram 44 called Ko or coming to meet. Interpreting the supporting hexagram will help you understand the I Ching casting results better. Most people make these critical mistakes. Mistake 1. Asking repeatedly. Never ask one question 2 times in a row. Wait for a week and then casting it again. Impatience is a thing to avoid while you learn I Ching. Mistake 2. Not prepare before casting. Make sure you have a silent environment to concentrate. Coins, paper, and pens and Book of Changes references should be in your reach. Prepare your mind too, because inside calmness is really important. Mistake 3. Ignoring changing lines. The changing lines contain the most specific guidance for your situation. Mistake 4. Reading too literally. Since I Ching speaks in metaphors and principles, it also cannot tell us our current level. You need to be the one who analyzes the meaning of each hexagram and distill to what you need to do. Mistake 5. Not spending time studying the trigrams and hexagrams. Your interpretation level could not be improved if you just read the specific meaning of the hexagram you have casted. My YouTube playlist of important Asian theories will equip you knowledge of yin-yang, 5 elements, and bagua for higher study. It will help you not missing important hindsight from the I Ching. You now have the complete instructions for casting I Ching coins. From pre-casting, preparing question, the casting process, the identification methods, and the interpretation techniques used by I Ching masters for centuries. With minimal preparation of 3 coins, paper, and an I Ching reference, I believe you will do well. The rest is practice and patience. Remember, the I Ching doesn't predict your future. It reveals the patterns and potentials in your present moment. Still, use it wisely, and it will transform your life. In case you have a problem, but don't have the time to cast I Ching coins or interpreting yourself, I am happy to help you with that via this consulting link. I hope you find this video helpful. For now, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time.